So if the original humans did not have metals nor metallurgy for thousands of years, perhaps, maybe even longer, for a considerable amount of time, how did we cut our hair? How did we trim and shave our beards? Let's think about this for a moment. So we didn't have metal knives. We didn't have razors and razor blades. We didn't have scissors. We didn't have tweezers. We did not have any metal object with which to cut, trim, or shave our heads or our faces. So what did we use? Could we use obsidian, which is a very, very sharp metallic glass? Could we have utilized that for shaving our faces, shaving our hair? Perhaps we could cut off chunks of hair with obsidian. Now, is obsidian widely spread throughout the earth? It is in some areas, and it was only a few thousand years ago that we had long distance trading in obsidian, in volcanic glass, from my understanding. So what were we doing with our hair? I would posit that we were growing it out. We would grow our beards long, we would grow our hair long. What would happen with our hair? If you let your hair go over a period of time, it is going to naturally dreadlock. Did we have combs originally? What were we making combs out of? You know, I know that at some point we're making combs out of tortoise shell, we're making combs out of wood, etc. But generally for that, we were using metal and other objects in order to shape it, you know, for doing the carving, the whittling. Perhaps we had very sharp rocks, but that's not going to be enough to shave. It's not going to be enough to, that's not how we're going to comb our hair. Fingers are not going to be enough, and hair is going to naturally dreadlock. It's going to become matted regardless of the hair texture. Some hair textures, tightly coiled hair, that is normally associated with sub-Saharan Africans, and very wavy curly hair that is found throughout the world, that's going to lock up more naturally. But even what is traditionally considered to be East Asian hairstyles that are hair that's very fine and thin compared to other types of hair for the most part, and European hairs are going to dreadlock. We've got all kinds of examples of Eastern Europeans dreadlocking the hair. We've got many depictions. We've got the Scythians, who were more European in their looks, in their physiognomic looks, and in their hairstyles. We've got mummies that had dreadlocks, straight up dreadlocks, their hair locks. So we would have locked our hair, it would have grown long, and then when it got to be unmanageable, perhaps we could hack it off with some very sharp rocks. But we would also tie it up in turbans. And this is all across the world. No group has a monopoly on dreadlocking. This was worldwide. It is still seen to this day among the sadhus of South Asia, in Bangladesh, in Pakistan, in Nepal, in India, in Sri Lanka. It is found among many of the hermits that practice intensive meditation up in Tibet. It was found among the Taoists. It was found among peoples all across the world. Much of our history has been hidden. Much of it has been destroyed. Why do you think that so many libraries and universities were destroyed in South Asia, in East Asia, by the Qin dynasty, by, Julius Caesar when he was committing mass genocide in Gaul, and then destroying the library at Alexandria, according to some of the legends. So many vast depositories of information were destroyed and annihilated. But let us just consider that the original hairstyle of all humanity, including Adam and Eve, including Adam and Hawa alayhi salam, would have been dreadlocks. And so, therefore, it is impossible to ban this in the prophetic tradition. It is a time-honored hairstyle within the entire prophetic tradition since ancient times. Of course, we can shave our hair, we can shave our faces, we can have all types of looks historically as humans. And this is not outside of the range of the prophetic tradition either. But dreadlocking is the most natural way to grow our hair and to grow our beards. You'll notice it in the ancient Persian carvings. We will notice it in the ancient Indian carvings and paintings at the Ellora and Ajanta caves, at the Sanchi Stupa. You will see this all around the world. The Greek gold work that they did for the Scythians around the Pontic mountain area and in the Black Sea region. You will find this worldwide, and it's still being utilized by Sufis, by sadhus of various traditions. So let's just consider this and accept that this is a very important part of our human history. Till next time, be happy.